Hello everyone, welcome to a Russian accent with Mike Overgreen. Lately we have witnessed that Ukrainian army increased effort of shelling people in Donetsk, but the military activity of the eastern Ukraine and even Syria yet displaced by the diplomatic activity of the Russian diplomatic mission. Mr. Lavrov is working to empower diplomatic effort to ceasefire. Practical exercise of the foreign minister of the Russian Federation, Sergei Lavrov, as effective as a bomb and missile, but not killing people. Save their lives. Russia wins a lot due to the fact that Lavrov manages this department. Russia previously operated in this sense, just tried to defend the rebels. But now it looks like Russia stepped up and Minister Lavrov grouping for new goals in Europe. It is important to understand that Russia is trying to decrease military clashes in the east of Ukraine down to diplomatic rhetoric, which could substantially decrease the antagonism and even push to bolster a ceasefire. It shouldn't seem absurd because its determination to fight the Ukrainian side was backed by international support. And should Russians show the true reason for confrontation between the parties and the extent of the Ukrainian side of crime that had come to kill the Donbas rebels just because they defend their right to have their own identity? Shouldn't we say that Europe does know what is going on in the east of Ukraine and does understand the reason for what this nightmare is continued? But Europe still trying to catch a fish in turbid water, and have been using innuendo and rumor and trying to delay the solution of the problem until the story will have enough publicity. Its very clear stance of Russian Foreign Ministry announced with the great success just keep following means to agreement. Of course, the European Union and United States has considerable media and its dominance in the information agenda is no doubt. But we all know that truth does not need a loud voice. The Western media is trying to simply shut it. Big media do believe that you cannot see the small creek in a big river, but river get frozen fast, and the creek is not. It is a great blunder of the European Union. Just because of that blunder, the future of Ukraine does not augur well. The weak voice of truth now is becoming more apparent. Now elections looming on the horizon in Germany, France, Holland, and some election activity very possible soon in Italy again. And now the political parties who is in power found their future has sparked anxiety and cannot be counted as cloudless. In such circumstances, it will be difficult to win the election. And now Ukraine massacre looks even far more blatant. As a fact, Europe has no one to complain about it. And now the skeletons in one's closet blast off at the woodcock. But Lavrov's office, of course, should woodcock in flight. How should European Union politicians are reacting to what is going on? There is no doubt Lavrov has a correct consideration. He is well aware that the fighting is not a way because it's an efficiency. Now a greater effect can be achieved by pressing on European politicians who are tolerate the Poroshenko's crime. European politicians should declare zero-tolerance policy, and otherwise they should forget about next political cadence. So we should expect in the near future straightening of the diplomatic rhetoric and fewer murdering in Ukraine, including the civilian population. This is where the line passes through the section of good and evil. What the Europeans prefer, Russophobia, or truth and the fair human relations, which confesses by Lavrov's office. We remember the Department of State staff had called President Obama to bomb Syria. Putin found the way to peace talk, which is going on now in Astana. The United States had to start a civil war in Ukraine by overthrow President Yanukovych. Now Sergei Lavrov heading it to a ceasefire. And now you tell me, who's on the right side? Goodbye, everyone.